Imagine this. You have a fantastic idea and you approach your manager who says, when the SLT meet on Monday, I'd like you to propose this initiative. Well, you're so excited you spend the whole weekend slamming together slides and delving into the data and smashing together stories, taking up miles and miles of digital space, putting together your message, your meaty message. And on Monday, you walk into the meeting and the agenda's flying off in all different directions. Nobody seems to acknowledge you. In fact, they don't even seem to notice that you're there. 5 minutes from the end, somebody pipes up, was there something that you wanted to share with us today? At this point, you realise that people are just ordering their papers or picking up their bags, eyeing the door, or even walking out the door. So you quickly open up your laptop and try and find the slides and mumble some message, but you realise that as they're walking out the door, the opportunity to convey your new initiative is lost. It is gone. Now, if that's ever happened to you, I have just the thing. It's the 5-step structure to get your idea over in 5 minutes with not a single slide. It's called the P.R.O.E.P, otherwise known as the Rapid Influence Technique. Want to know what it is? Bear with me. I shall reveal it all. Hi, my name is Frankie Kemp and I help specialists in tech communicate up, down and around their organisations so that they're less vanilla and much more thriller. So, what is this P.R.O.E.P, you may be asking? Well, it is the 5-part step to propose your ideas in a way that is really punchy, and you don't even need slides. So let's go. P, that is the first point. P is when you make your proposal. Just say what you want. For example, we need 3 more salespeople in our team. That's simple. You've got to make it really clear. That's the other reason why this works really well in email, because if you say what you want and then why you want it, it's a much better, much more effective way to structure your written communication. But this is also for your in-person, face-to-face communication, or of course, if you're doing it virtually, it still works. P, the proposal. The rationale. This is the reason why. It's also called the audience motivator or the key message. It's really important that what you do is you frame this within the interests of the people that you're speaking to. For example, if you're speaking to SLT, they'll be interested in competitive advantage or profit. If you want 3 more salespeople, then you would frame this within the argument of competitive advantage. In a link that I have in the comments, it will guide you to a whole list of WIFMs, which you can pull out and adjust according to your audience. And that way it will show them that you've thought about their interests rather than your own. With many of the technical people that I train, they might be talking about a new technical feature and forget to do this. Now, if there is this kind of initiative that you would like to present to people who are non-technical, for example, commercial, then remember, you must frame this within their world. For example, it could be that they will be able to process financial deals quicker and therefore speed up cash flow with this new thingamajigget that you've got. Got it? This is called the key message, the WIFM, the rationale, the audience motivator, call it what you like, but click the link for a selection of them. And before I go on to the O, I would be doing you a terrible disservice if I didn't tell you to click subscribe right now. Then you'll be notified of all my videos as soon as they come out, and they'll help you to become a communication ninja. So the next one, O, is objection. A lot of people are really afraid of mentioning this. I mean, why would you want to actually say why they wouldn't want something? Because if you don't, you leave the elephant in the room.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we?
For example, you know that you need more salespeople. However, the objection might be around money. So you need to build this in to the objection. Now, the objections tend to be around people, time, or money. Make sure, therefore, that you add the solution. Here, with the salespeople, it could be we only take on people with a proven record to go in the areas in which we would really like to build our sales, and these people only need to be taken on commission initially. So you build in a mitigation to help people make up their minds. Ready for the next one? The next is evidence. Evidence will be anecdotally or data-based, and this can be based on either something that somebody else has done before, or it could be about projections in the future. Now, if this is a completely new initiative, it might be quite hypothetical, but it could also be based on other risks, other completely untried initiatives that have been done before within your organization, where you say, I know you didn't want to do that, but we put in these mitigations and therefore it worked. I have now got a soft landing if this doesn't work out the way we want it, just as we did before, and we will measure it in the same way. So your past experience will inform the future experience. That is evidence. And finally, P, proposal. And this is where you say, again, what you want. The PROEP, as a result, might look like this. We need to take 3 more salespeople on in order to get into this market. This market is developing by this much and therefore will help us gain a competitive and financial advantage. There we are. You're seeing this, if this is to the SLT, from a very strategic point of view. However, I also realise that we are holding on to a lot of cash at the moment and you don't want to see it all going out. For this reason, I'm thinking that we use salespeople with proven track record to be able to penetrate those markets and also to take them on short term and commission only. And therefore, we will provide safeguards against cash going out and nothing coming in. That's your objection with the solution. Now, I know that we did this before with this particular initiative where we tried it for a very short period of time and we didn't use the full requirement. We wanted to see whether it would work, and then we put in the rest of it. The result was it increased our turnover by this much. So we're putting similar safeguards into this proposal in order to help us to gain money without it all flowing out first. And that's why we need 3 more salespeople. Now, there are more examples in the link that I will give you in the comments, but you can see how it flows quite easily, no slides, addresses their interests, surfaces their objections, and gives them the evidence that they need to make them feel more secure with your idea. Now, whether you are suggesting a holiday in Barbados, or a new car, or perhaps an idea to a colleague or a prospect, the PROEP will give you the structure to be able to put forward your idea really succinctly and really clearly. Now you have the PROEP structure, and as I said, the link in the comments which will guide you through it in written form. Think of an idea, something that you want to suggest anywhere. It could be organisationally or outside of your organisation. Use that PROEP and then write in the comments how it went. I'll see you there.